institute is that we are the HRD Corp approved training provider. We have two branches. One is in PJ and then another one is in EPO. Okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Sorry. Okay, thank you. This kickstart your career in Microsoft Excel, especially be designed for giving a giving a meaning for a beginners level as well as intermediate levels. Okay, so I already shared that some of the Excel files to you. Please download the Excel files. So that is a Excel files which I downloaded from the Microsoft website only. So this is a freely available tutorials which is available. If you really want to enhance your skills means you can go for a learning from a Microsoft learning path itself. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so during this session, if you come across any questions means let me know. Okay, okay, 1 minute, let me share my screen. Okay, I go for a Excel tutorial. One minute. Let me share my screen. I go with the basic introduction. Okay, so in this basic level, just to talk about what are the things which has happened for that particular Excel applications, and then how we are going to handle that particular and okay. So 1 minute. Is it my screen is visible to everybody? Yes, the Excel window is visible to everybody.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay,
Yes.
okay, thank you so much. Okay, so just talk about the introductions, basic introductions about the Microsoft Excel. Of course, the name itself, Microsoft Excel. This is a Microsoft product, so which is available in MS Office one. Okay, so this Excel sheets especially used for the spreadsheets. Okay, so spreadsheet means which having the workbook. So workbook which having the multiple kind of sheets. Okay, so just to have this a window. If you want to open the Excel means just to go for the start button and then click for a just choose the Microsoft Excel. Otherwise, you can go with the searching from your taskbar. Just you type Microsoft Excel, the application will be open, and then you can go with the particular applications. Okay, so just I talk about the basic introduction now. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet program. Okay, let me little up. Okay, so this is a spreadsheet program especially developed by Microsoft. So especially this is used for enter your data in the like rows and then columns manner. After entering the data, you can go for doing some analysis as well. Okay, so this is a in Excel, using Excel, doing analysis is a separate part. Okay, but there is some limitation. There is some drawbacks also is available, but still the many companies they can using for the Excel for doing analysis as well. If you go for a smaller chart preparation for your data means you can go with using the Excels. Okay, later will be discuss about the topics for visualization. So visualization means so we cannot go for always play with the text. Okay, so just you converting your text to the pictorial format. If you go for converting your text to pictorial means that is called it for charts. Okay, so if you go for converting your data to charts means that is easy to analysis. Okay, so and then one more thing, if you go with the in-depth for visualization means you can go for creating dashboards. So the dashboards will be interactive with the one pictures to another picture. So like that and all we can go for a change your careers like that. So, okay. So here this is a one part of Office shoot, Microsoft Office shoots. So coming to use of Excel. Okay. From Excel, what I can able to do? You can create budget. You can do for analysis. For example, you can as a homemaker, I can able to create for monthly budget, daily budget for my family. So if organization, they can go for creating for that, for example, attendance maintenance for every day for the employee, monthly maintenance, monthly salary, payroll, everything we can go for using this creating Excels. Okay. So another one is analysis data. Okay. So what is mean by analysis means this is a very researchable one, and then nowadays doing data analysis means that is a most wanted jobs. Okay, if you know it will be have in-depth knowledge for Excel means you go for a do for analyzing the data as well. Analyzing the data means data in the format of a Excel sheet. So from this data you can go for a do the like for example based on your needs. For example, just talk about the employee payroll system. Okay, I want to know about the employee who got the highest salary. I want to know about the employees who got the lowest salary. I want to know about the KPI of the employee. So I want to know about EPF contribution for this month for that one. Okay, so you can go for a do like analysis means just you can go with the filtering the information, finding the information from that data. Okay, so that will be used for Excel. And then another one is a, yes, I already told you know that is a making charts and then graphs. Okay, but talk about the Excel charts and then graphs means that there is a limited charts only is there. Okay, that is a countable charts. You cannot go for a beyond the particular charts. So whenever you can go with converting your data means you can use that limited charts only. Okay, so that is a one smaller drawbacks for the Excel's visualization. But if you go with some other applications means, for example, another one is a Microsoft Power BI. This is a that is a one small applications only. But if you go for a like this window only, that is the window for Excel only, the Microsoft Power BI. Okay, so but when compare the Excel we need to key in properly. If we go for something in dollar, it is a little tough for a coding part and all. Okay, but Microsoft Power BI fully automated for the graphic as user. Okay, you can click the buttons. Clicking the buttons itself, you can achieve for that your analysis parts. Okay, so coming to here Excel. So perform the calculation using formula and then function. Yes. So this is a one advantage for that Excel. Excel which having a variety of formula. Okay. So different categories of formula is there. For example, number formula and then statistical formula. And then here you can go for using the characters formula, date and times formulas. So in this formula, they can having a plenty of function. You can go for using the function to return the values. So this is another advantage for using Excel. Another one is managing inventories, schedules, reports means this environment is very helpful to you. So there are variety of version is there. If you want to in that particular Excel, okay, so currently they can using for the Microsoft 365. So in my system, I am having that is a 2021. So from that one, I will explain to everyone. If you have a lowest version, means no worry. So just you can follow what I do done in this particular platform. Okay. So talk about that particular environment. Okay. So this is application. In this application, see to that this is a title bar. Okay. So title bars which are having the search button. If you want to search anything means you can type in here and then click the enter button means it will be highlighted. Okay. So this is a most recently used that is a one that is a tools is that is a save button. If you want to save this particular Excel sheets means you can directly click the save button. So if you click means the system will be asked the dialogs box. If you go for first time you can go for saving means. So you can type the names, that's it. Okay. So talk about here, if you, this one, these are the menus. Okay. So file menu, help menu, insert menu, draw menu. So page layout, formulas, data, review, view, and then help menu. So this help menu is a very helpful for that you user. If you want to know about the details of any functions, anything means you click the help menu. So it automatically diverted to Microsoft. You can type the question. The moment you type the question, it will be show the details description about the particular topic, if that means. Okay. So coming to file menu. So file menu, especially for example, if I want to open any notebook means you can go for using new button. Okay, so so if you new and then blank worksheet means it automatically create one blank worksheet. Okay, so another one is just to open button. If you want to open existing file means you can click the open button and then it will be open. So if you want to know about informations about Excel sheets means you can go for info, save. Otherwise you can save the file Excel sheet for multiple another names means you can go with the savers. So if you want to print the Excel sheet means you can print. If you want to share the sheets means you can able to share. If you want to export these files means you can able to export. So if you want to close this Excel windows means you can go for using close. So these are the additional options which is available. Okay, let me just I select for the new one only. Okay, I already created. Okay, so just I explain this one and then we'll go for the next topic. Okay, so talk about that this environment. So similar, for example, in the, if you click the file menu like that, each and every menus which you having. For example, if I want to go for home means the home which having a plenty of ribbons. See this one. So ribbons here ribbons they can categorize into the group. Okay. So this is a clipboard. This is a font. This is a alignment one. So this is a number one. This is a especially for doing any filterings means you can go with using editing ribbons. So this is a cell ribbons. If you want to insert any columns, if you want to delete, if you want to format means you can go for using this cell ribbon. Okay. So this styles, especially for example, if you want to highlight it, if you want to format your tables means you can using this style ribbon. Okay. So for example, later I will explain each and everything. Okay. So now if you go for inserting anything means, for example, if I want to insert picture in my Excel sheet, for example, sometimes if I go for a generating any reports means I want to generate the reports along with my company. So I want to generate report along with any logos means you can go with using a picture option. So here also they can having the ribbons. This is the tables. So especially for example, if I want to go for data analytical parts as well, dashboards creations means from my original table, I can go with creating the pivot table. That is similar for the original tables. If you have any correction in any correction or modification to your original tables means it will be reflected for the pivot table as well. Okay. From this pivot table, you can go for doing the dashboards creations and that. Okay. So you can adding the slices over the pivot table, everything. Okay, so if time is there means I will see for the pivot table. Otherwise, later I will share that tutorial to everybody. So this is a friendly tutorials. There is a steps which is available. You can follow the steps to improve. Okay. So if you want to add any shapes, icons, means you can go for using this one. So if you want to add any add-ins in your particular Excel sheets, means you can go with this one. So this is a visualization part. Okay. So each and every ribbon, there is a one a small. See the left side. That is a right side bottom. There is a one arrow mark is there. No. So if we click the arrow marks, it will be show what are the information which is available. Okay, so this is a sparkling. Later will be discussed for each and everything. If you want to make to link to the particular Excel sheet, means you can using for this one. If you want to apply any fonts, means that is a designing, means you can go for the text one. Okay, so each and every menus which is having their own corresponding ribbons. So this corresponding ribbons which consist of the different kind of icons. So you can go with using. Okay. So for example, let us talk about the formulas. I already told you know Excel which is having plenty of formulas. Okay. See, if you want to do the auto sum means there is a different variety of formula is there. So which are already created and then ready for use. You can go with using the particular formulas. Okay. So yeah, this menu bar especially used for data analysis purpose. If you go for using analysis means this data menu especially helpful to you. Okay, so you can upload the data from some other data sources as well. So after the uploading, you can go with the filtering. First, when go for data analysis means first one is cleaning your data. Maybe your data having that noisy of information, irrelevant information, redundant information as well. So you must manually clean your data before you do the analysis. So in the concept, this menu for which is very helpful to you. Okay. So if time is there means we'll discuss about the data analysis parts as well. Okay. So if you want to, then there's a review and then view your Excel sheets, everything which is available. Okay. So just to talk about the total number. Okay. So this is the environment. Okay. So if you go for a see this environment, in this environment which is having the, this is a icon which is representation for Excel sheets. So in this environment, see, so this environment, that is a column representation for A. So the column which is having for A to Z, if you want to add any new colors means it will be added for A, B, AC like that. You can able to add more columns. Okay, so default that is having for A to Z. So talk about this one. So here row is representation for 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, so you can able to adding the rows as well. So here when I talk about this cell, okay, so here a total number of rows in Excel sheet is this is a total number of rows. It's nearly for a 1,48,576 total number of rows defaultly available. So total number of columns it will be having for A to ZFD. So it will be a 16,384 total number of columns which is available. So talk about the cell. Okay, so for example, I talk about here. So when I click the cell means cell is a interconnection of rows and columns. Okay, if I click the particular cells means see the name of the cell is that is along with the first column and then their corresponding row. So this cell name is called reference is a G21. So if you see the name box, you can able to see the that is the name of the particular cell. So there are this much millions of cells which is available in that particular one sheet. Okay. So but if you talk about the collection of sheets which is combined to the one workbook, so you can add plenty of sheets. So if you want to add in the sheets means, for example, I want to add a new sheets means, initially the sheet name is sheet 1 only. Okay, so for example, if I want to add any new sheets means, just I click over the plus sign. If you click over the plus signs, the sheets will be added. Okay, let me add the one sheet here. Okay, okay, where it is? I think it will be added for the front. Okay, let me check. Okay, see. So if you want to add any sheets means, so it will be coming for default name is sheet 2. If I want to renaming the sheet 2 means, for example, let I right click over the sheet 2 and then go for rename. So if you want to rename, for example, let me go for a renaming is a sheet name is for, let go for a Excel. Okay. And then if like that, you can able to renaming the sheet name. Okay. So for example, if I want to, okay, after that, I will hit the enter button, then only it will be renamed. Okay, so now see, if I right click over the particular sheets names means, so these are the variety of option. I can able to hide. For example, some security purpose, I want to hide my sheets means, you can able to hide. So if you want to delete the sheets means, you can able to delete. So if you want to view query means, especially for a VPA. Okay, so visualization queries you can apply for the Excels. That is a separate part. So, and then if you want to protect the sheets means, you can using the password to protect the sheets as well. If you want to select all the sheets, you can go for selecting all the sheets. So these are the variety of operations we can do for the created sheets. Okay, so at the moment I go with the deleting the sheets. Okay, okay, so now I 1 minute. Okay, so yeah. So if I want to move means, either you can move for one sheet to another sheet means, you can click over the sheets and then using the arrow button. Left arrow which is used for left move, right arrow which is used for right move. Okay, so otherwise you can here there is a button is there, no, less than button. Okay, so it will be moved for a left side one by one. Okay, so like this. I open. Okay. So these are the informations about the basic information about the Excel. Okay. So coming to see this one, if you want to know about what kind of version, so Excel version in your system means, you can able to see the version as well. Okay. Let me. Yes. See, this is a steps. For example, let me go for shortcut. Okay, so if you go with the Windows R button means, the dialogs box will be coming. In this dialogs box, just you can type for appifis data cpl means, it automatically show all the application which is available in your install in your computer. From that you can able to see. Otherwise, you can click the file menu and then go to the account options or help menu, and then you can know about that particular product information. Okay, so let me open it here. Just click the file menu and then account option. See the bottom account option. So and then see, when I click here, it automatically coming. See the product information about my system. So product activation Microsoft LTSC Professional plus 2021. So this is a way we can know about what kind of version in your particular system. Okay, so yeah. So if you go for control panel means, you can go with this one. Okay, So that's it for a short introduction about this one. It's the interface overview. Okay, so talk about the Excel's interface. Okay, so for example, whenever you can go with the saving any workbook means the workbook will be having the extension .xlx. Okay, so here this workbook which consists of defaultly they can having only one sheets only. So okay, let me open. If I go for a new workbook, okay, so just I go with the using blank workbook. Later I will show to you what are the templates which is available. Okay, so if I open a new workbook means it will be having the default sheet. The sheet is called it for sheet 1. Okay, so this workbook which is having that like I already discussed, no. So here this is a typing area. So if I go for a click over the cells means see in this bottom, so that is the status of the particular one. Okay, so either it is ready. For example, if I click over the cells, it will be showing to ready. So if I go for typing anything means, let me go with the typing something. So this is a enter status. If I go for a, okay, so now if I go for a cells which are having that information means, if I double click over there, so that is coming for the editing mode. Okay, so if you go for printing, it will be automatically changed to printing mode. Okay, so in bottom, see, okay, so these are the especially, okay, 1 minute, sorry. Okay, so here, if you want to, these are the view for that particular Excel sheet. Either you go with a normal view, otherwise you can go with a page layout view. So normal view, it will be like this only. Okay, so if you go for page layout means it will be show entire page like how it will be printed. Okay, so even you can able to do for the page break preview as well. Okay, so and then this is a zooming control. Either you can zoom in, otherwise zoom out using this one. Okay, so here this is a vertical bar. So if you want to move for, if your sheet having a multiple informations means this vertical bar and then horizontal bar, which is especially used for move further columns as well as a move that is a further rows. Okay, you can able to view. So coming to here, okay, now let's talk about the previous worksheet itself. If you want to save this worksheet means you can go for the file menu and then go with the save option. Okay, so let me go with the save as option now. Okay, so in the save as option, that is a file if you already saved. If you want to save the files some other name means you can go with the save as option. You can choose any position. Okay, for example, I already having one folder in downloads. Just I go with the storing this file to existing folder. Okay, it's still loading. Okay, so now whenever you can go for a storing any workbook means, for example, I give simple workbook. Okay, so here see the save as type. If you down see, these are the variety of types you can saving for the workbook. So here I go with Excel workbook. Excel workbook always store along with the XL SX extension. Okay, so that is an extension for the file. Okay, so I already saved this file. Just I go for close. Okay, so now I go with the opening the saved files means just click the file menu. After that, so see, so here when I open the existing files means I can open for the recently worked file as well as I can able to open for some other files. Okay, see to that is a recent one. If you want to pin anything files means, for example, if your organization keep on maintaining the attendance for a daily basis means you can pin the particular sheets. Okay, so no need to every time to go for searching from your folder and then open. Okay, so if you pin means it automatically pin, you can always open. Okay, so this is a recent one. Just I go with a double click on this particular one. Otherwise, just I open from the normal wise. Okay, so just I go with the open button. If you click open button, you can able to open the folder. So either you can open with this PC, otherwise browse some places as well. Okay, so I already stored that file in a Microsoft Excel tutorial. Okay, so let me open this one. Simple. Okay, so this is a way we can open for the particular file. Okay, so talk about the data entry. Let me, at the moment, I close this window. Talk about the basic data entry. Okay, so for example, if you go for typing information means, for example, you click the particular cell and then start typing. For example, let me go for typing 10 and then 20. Okay, so I already told you, based on the task you do, either you can typing the data, otherwise you can modify the data, otherwise you can ready to typing means it will be show this one. Okay, so coming here, if you want to move that particular cells means, for example, I want to move this cells means just you can go for click over the mouse button, otherwise you can using the arrow button, left arrow and then right arrow and then bottom arrow. So to move for a up, down, left, right, like this. Okay, so for example, if I want to select this cell, okay, so just I click over the cell and then I place the cursor. After that, just I go with the, if I want to copy the data to paste, okay, so just I go with the using for the control C button. Okay, so that is a copy button. Once you start control C, it will be blinking like this until you paste. Okay, so here if you go for pasting means okay, see, this is a paste required. So these are the different kind of paste is there. Okay, so either you can paste as normal, otherwise paste as a format. Different variety of paste is available. So you can go with using that one. Otherwise, simply you copy means use the shortcut. Okay, so shortcut means Control C, Control V. Okay, so now see if you want to cut the information. Okay, let me copy the information here. So after copy, just if I want to just I already that is a blinking. I don't want a blinking means just you can press the escape button means the highlighted one will be on. Okay, so now this is a copy paste. So now if you want to cut the information, for example, if you copy paste means original position also is data available, new cells also the same data will be available. That's a duplication will be occur. Okay, suppose if I want to cut this information from the cell, I don't want this information. I want to remove this information. Otherwise, cut the information and then paste to some other places means. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, so just I go for selecting this one. So Control X, which is used for cut. Otherwise, you can go for a home menu and then use the clipboard ribbons. Okay, so now I go with the pasting here. Just click over the cell and then paste there. Okay, so this is a way whenever you do anything means, you see, there is a data bar which is having for a what kind of value which is on the particular cell. Okay, in front, so that is a button, that is a name box which is show the reference, that is a interconnection for that particular column, and then rows, so which is a representation for the address. Okay, so these are the things which is having. Later I will tell you this is a formula for. Okay, so you can able to insert the formulas. Okay, so now yeah, so if you want to do undo redo means you can using Control X, Control Y. Okay, so talk about the formatting cells. Okay, so just I go for a using a smaller information. For example, I want to modify the font style. I want to modify the font color. So I can able to do the underline. Okay, so for example, see this cell which consists of a icon as well as a data. Whenever I click here, these are the content. Okay, so now I want to changing the otherwise formatting the cell. Formatting the cells in the means for formatting the content which is available on the particular cell. Okay, see to that. So I can able to format. For example, this font ribbon especially, I can able to change the font name. So if we click the font name, so the variety of font is available. Okay, so just I go with the changing the Calibri font to agency FB. See, so here that is Algerian. Okay, so here if you want to change the font size means you can able to change. So already I have the size is 18. If I want to change the font size means, for example, let me go with the 24. So you can able to change the font size. Similar, if you want to, Algerian is having already bold. If you want to italics means, so you can go with the style. So if you want to underlines means you can go with the styles. Okay, so here, okay, so underline, double underlines, you can choose anything. Okay, so for the examples here, let me here in this one. So if you want to increase font, I don't want to always go for a here. I want to click this buttons to increase or decrease the font means you can go with using this icons. Okay, increase the font, decrease the font. Okay, so another one is if I want to change the color for the font means see, this font color option is available. So either you can go with the theme color, otherwise standard colors. Okay, so let me go for a blue color now. So you can able to change. Even there is a more color option also available. So here, if you go with the more color option, you can choose the color. Okay, see to that. That is a slider is available. So based on the point, for example, let me go for a red color here. Just I click over the red color and then choose the contrast of the color. Okay, so let me go for a little darker. So based on the sliders which I choose, the red, green, blue color is coming. So here see the dot part, there is a hexadecimal of the particular color which I selected. So if we click OK means the font will be changed to the customized colors. Okay. So similar, if you want to fill color for the particular cells means, for example, let me go with a dark color font means light color background, it will be nice. Okay, so just like that, if you want to fill the cells means you can go with using like this. Okay, let me fill the cell, entire cell. There is a fill color also which having plenty of colors, like similar for the font color, theme color, standard color which is available. So if we don't want to fill means just you click the no fill option. Okay, so yes. So generally, this platform, if you go for a more practice, you can automatically learn yourself. How much you practice, that much you learn. Okay. So for example, see down part, there is a one arrow button is there, no? So here, if you click this arrow button, it will show more. That is a one dialogue box. The dialogue box which consists of a little more informations about the formatting. See, if you want to align means you can go for alignment. If you want to border that particular cells means you can go for border. So font is available, style, size, and then underlines. If you want to strike through the particular data means you can go, and then if you want to change the colors, everything you can select with the particular dialects box itself. You can productions, you can fill, you can border everything. Okay. So talk about the These are the font formatting one. So talk about this alignment ribbons. Okay, so alignment ribbon, for example, I want to align the font for a left alignment, otherwise right alignment for the cells. Means, for example, let me go for typing the information. Just I go for typing the employee information. Employee salary data. Employee salary details. Okay, so just I go with the storing the employee ID and then employee name. After that, salary, for example, basic salary. Basic salary. Okay, so I want to store for example, let me go for storing a 5 employees details. Okay, so let me give the first number is 100. Okay, so I go with the 101. So I go with the 102. So either you can go for a like this, otherwise you can 101. You can go with the fill the particular data. Okay, so if we go for filling the data, so just you can click over the particular cell and then see if you click the particular cell, see the bottom, that is a filled square box is there. No, if we click over the square box and then you can click and drag. If you do like this means it will be coming for same numbers. This is the one filling option. Otherwise, I go with the second number is 101. So just I select both the cell together and then choose the one like this. I can able to see when I scroll little down, it automatically coming the numbers. So this is a filling option. Otherwise, you can go with the some other option as well. Okay, let me go for delete. See, there is a fill option is there, no? Okay, in the editing, let me go for here. In this fill, in the editing ribbon, no? So here, you can either, you can fill for down. Okay, so what the value is there, that value will be coming. Okay. Otherwise, you can choose both. So after that, I go for a fill down. 1 minute. We can justify flash fill. Let me go for flash fill. Button you can, okay, later we'll discuss one. Okay, so let me go with the selecting normal and then click and drag 5 records. Okay, so just I go with the name of the employee Aisha and then Fitri and then Muhammad and then Chong and then Anu. Okay, Anu. Okay, so just to talk about the basic salary, let me go with the 2,500 and then for 3,700 and then 5,000. Chong having, for example, 3,400. Anu, 2,500. Okay, so just to talk about this one. Okay, so I already filled that informations. Now what I am going to do means just if I want to change the particular cells content means, for example, this is not a showing for a full details. Okay, so just I go with the little move, click and then drag. So and then move the cursor will be changed, click and drag. Like that also you can able to do. Okay, so here I go for, if you want to select all the data in the cells means, see in that before A cell, there is a one button is there. No, if you click, So it will be choose all the data which is available in your Excel sheet. Okay. So don't go for a clicking, dragging and all. Entire Excel sheets contents, if you want to select means you can click over that. Okay. So now what I'm going to do means I want to do some merging. Just play with the tables. Okay. So I select the information. I do for the alignment. So there is a merge operations. I want to combine the cells. So just if we go for merge and center, tabs means here these are the different kinds of merging is there. Let me go with the merge center. Combine and then it will be coming for a center option. Okay. So now, so if I want to having for a alignment tag. Okay. So if I want to have for a left alignment. So you can go with the left alignment. If you go for right alignment, you can click the right alignment tabs. Okay. So here center alignment, center alignment. Okay. So this is a little upper. Okay. So let me show to you. Let me just little move. Okay. So now see, if I want to place my data in a in the cell either up or down or center means you can go with using this tabs. Okay. If you click over the cells, it show see the pop-up menu. It will be show the guidelines to the user. So bottom align text to the bottom like this. Okay. So let me go with the center one only now. Okay. So okay now. So here, these are the alignment tag. Okay, so let me give a left side alignment. If you want to align your text is either if you want to increase the intent. For example, from the cells, if I go for clicking means it will be move the information like a margin. Okay, so decrease the intent as well. Okay, even I can able to change the font either it will be show for a vertical, otherwise it will be show for a cell alignment. Okay, so horizontal like that. Default one is a horizontal alignment. You can able to change like this. Okay, for example, I want to change this one. So I want to change this cells to, just I select the cell and then here there is a orientation. Okay, so just I go with the orientation is this one, rotate text up. See, the information is like this. So if you want to undo, just control Z. So for example, I want to have the date wise that is information. For example, I want to go for storing the attendance means you can put the dates and then change the dates. For example, like that, if I want to change this only means you can able to change. So only that particular cell only the orientation will be changed. Okay. So another one is okay. For example, in the alignment tab, there is a wrap text is available. So you can go for either format, clockwise, anti-clockwise, whatever. If you want to go with using, you can formatting your tags, alignments. You can change the alignments. Okay. So now what I am going to do means, for example, suppose the username is Muhammad Akbar. Okay, some situation, if your data is that is a bigger than the cells which you define. So in such a situation, you can wrapping the text. So wrapping the text means based on the particular cells, the text will be moved to that second line. So that is a way we can go with using the wrapping text. So these are the alignment one. So if you want to coming to the numbers, okay, so here there is a number ribbons which is available. You can able to change. For example, I want to have the decimal place. So you can increase the decimal number. You can decrease the decimal number. If I want to have a 2 digits for decimals numbers means I can able to do like this. Okay. So if you want to have, for example, these are the numbers. If you want to change some others means you can go with using. For example, currency, converting the data to numbers, currency, accounting, dates means you can go with the here like this. Okay, these are the this step especially used for formatting your numbers. Okay, and then one more tax is that, for example, in the cell tax. Okay, so if I want to add any cells, means for example, if you want to insert any cells, means you can go for a insert cell button here. When there is a shortcut key also available, all the option there is a shortcut key also available. See, if we click the file menu, okay, sorry, not file menu. So every data, if you go for a, means there is a shortcut key which is available. You can use the shortcut key also, which will be reduce your timing. Okay, so see to that, if I want to add any inserts, means just insert cell. Either you can insert the cell, insert the rows, insert the column as well. For example, let me go for insert column. So see, the column will be inserted. So if you want to delete the inserted column, means just you can go with the delete. Delete the created. Okay, so either you can create entire sheets also deleted. So now the column is gone. If you want to format that particular means, you can go for a formatting. Okay, so at the moment I don't go for this one. Okay, so in order to protect your cells, in order to protect your sheets, you can go for a visibility, either hide or unhide. So you can go with the auto row height. Okay, so based on the row of the cells, it automatically change entire cells to same cells format. Similar for the columns. Okay, so and then one more thing, talk about here, numbers wrapping. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, so talk about here this editing uh, ribbon. Okay, so in this editing ribbon there is a auto sum option is available. So if you want to sum of all the employee salary, means I can go for using auto sum. Otherwise, see the shortcut key alt plus equal sign. If you press alt plus equal together, means it will be have the auto sum. Just I double click, so it automatically coming for here. Okay, so before that I choose the range. Okay, suppose let me undo operation. Okay, so just I go with the selecting all the information. So after that I go for auto sum. See, down it automatically calculated the particular sum of that columns. Okay, so see to that this formula. So the formula, which is whenever you can go for implementing any formulas, means you use the assignment operator after you go for typing the formulas. So formula, this sum formula especially used for adding the cells value. Okay, so here this is a reference, that is a range. So here whenever you go for giving like a cell name along with the colon, means that is called for a, we can representing the range. Okay, so otherwise talk about the cell. So in this cell we can having the data, so that is called for constant. Okay, so whenever we go for using anything, means that is a names also available, name, and then there is a data, there is a constant, and then a range. Okay, so these are the three things for editing, formatting. Okay, so yes, and then one more thing, let me, if you want to escape anything, means you can press the escape button. Okay, suppose if I want to do the clear, means you can use it to clear or delete everything in the cells, means you can go for using clear option. So another option is that there is a sorting option. For example, let me go for a sorting this information. I want to sort the informations based on the either ascending order or descending order, means this sort and filled option is used. See, A to Z or Z to Z. Otherwise, you can go with the customs. Otherwise, you can go with the filtering the information as well. Okay, let me go with the sorting the information. So based on the selection, if you want to, either you can go for expanding all the data. Because if I go for changing the information means it will be reflected for the other cell as well. Otherwise, I go with changing that, that is shorting the information only particular selected range as well. Okay, so I go with the expanding the selection. Click the short button, it automatically changes. See, before that, so it will be not ordered once. Now after I use the ascending order, no, so it will be coming for a like a alphabetical order, a b c d, that order. Okay, similarly go with the using the numbers as well. Okay, let me choose the numbers from here to and then here, and then go with the. Okay, so now I try for a largest to smallest. Okay, so expanding the range as well. So now see, again it will be modified. So 5,000, biggest number to smallest number, it will be changed. Okay, so if you want to find anything means you can go for using the find. So these are the things which is happen here. Okay, so let me open the. Okay, so let's talk about this the data sheets which I already shared. No, yeah, this is a welcome to Excel data sheets. Okay, just whenever you have the time, so you can go for a work on the data sheets. Okay, it's still loading. If you go and work on each and every that is ribbons from this ribbon tabs means you definitely familiar. Okay, yes, I forget to talk about that. That is this styles. No, okay, 1 minute. Let me explain that as well. Okay, so now just to talk about the styles ribbon. Okay, so see today. So I want to highlight something. Okay, so for example, this especially used for doing a analysis purpose. Okay, so here as well as cleaning your data as well. Okay, now I go with a conditional formatting. I want to do some formatting in my cell. Okay, so for example, I want to go with the data bar. Okay, color scale, nuclear manage tools. Okay, highlight the cells. So based on, okay, so the range. Okay, so otherwise equals. Okay, so I want to know about the persons who got the salary greater than 3,000. Okay, so just I go with using highlight cell now. So highlight cell greater than. So here you can apply the condition. So the condition is a greater than 3,000. Let me go for a greater than 3,000. I want to know about the employees who got the greater than 3,000 salary. Okay, see to that the color automatically is there. If you want to change the color, you can change the color as well. Okay, so now I go with the click OK button. See to that the highlights which is happened for only the employee who got the salary greater than 3,000. So now same condition which I go for here, I go with the one more conditions. Okay, so the condition is conditional formatting is less than 3,000. Okay, so here less than or equal you can go. Otherwise between also you can give. Otherwise equal to also you can give. Otherwise based on the text. For example, if you want to go with the students results means I want to highlight the past students only. I want to highlight failed students. Otherwise employee details, I want to highlight all the employees who's coming for only particular city, KL city. Otherwise EPO. Like that means you can go for the this text content, that is alphabetical checkings. Okay, so if you want to highlight for duplicates, for example, in your data, if you want to highlight the duplicates means you can go with the duplicates values. After highlights, if you want to remove means clear the duplicates. So now data will be clean. After that, you can go for analysis. Okay, so now I go with using the less than. So here less than, I define less than. Okay, so less than 3001. I go for some other color, fill with dark red, next. Okay. Okay. See to that, my data, yellow color is greater than 3000 salary, red color. Red color, that is a below 3000. So like that you can go for using. Otherwise, you can formatting the table as well. You can apply for the cell styles. You can apply for the format as the tables as well. So these are the different. Okay, let me select all the datas now. Okay, so if we go with the just converting my datas to tables. Okay, so I want to format my tables. For example, I want to go with this design. Okay, so here the moment I select the range you give, after that press OK button, it automatically changes. Okay, so these are the table style. If you go for tables means so the different kind of task you can go with the table. You can give the table name, you can summarize the pivot table, remove the duplicates, convert the range, everything you can go with using. Filtering, you can insert the slicer. For example, if you go for filtering any data, means you can apply for the slicer. If you go with the exporting data, refresh data, everything you can do with the tables. Okay. Okay, just I do undo operation only. Let me go with the here. Okay. So even you can apply for that only particular cell as well. So for example, I don't want to go for the conditional formatting and that. If my data is smallest data means I go with do the alignment for that is a formatting the cells itself. Okay, so see the cell styles. We go with the cell styles, the different kind of cells is there. Okay, let me go for a good. Okay, so this is a way. Okay, if you go for work on the particular sheets means you definitely become a genius. Okay, if you more practice, it will be better understanding. Okay, so coming here, so whatever I teach, that is given for this particular welcome to Excel 1 worksheet. Okay, so see to that if you want to filtering means go to the home button. After that, short and filter, and then select the short A to Z. Okay, so here this is an example is there. Okay, so for example, I go with the select the informations, go to the home button. After that, go to the short filter option. So after that, you can go with the any filter options. Okay, let me go with the filtering. Let me check. Okay, so see the filtering. If you apply means that is a one. Sorry, I am not applying the filter here. I apply the filter for department wise. Okay, so just I go with the filter option. I apply the filter. Sorry. Okay, if you apply the filter, it will be apply all the filters to the columns. Now I click over the that is a arrow. So here I can able to sort the record. I can able to sort by color as well. So I can able to I don't want all the data. I want to know about only this bakery and then produce information only. Okay, so see to that once the moment I click OK, so it will be coming for only it will be filtering, that is extracting the information only. Okay, so try for your side. You can able to do the filtering or not. So if you want to return back means just use the control Z. So the data will be written back. So this is a tutorial which I already shared. Okay, so for example, sort by date, you can see there is a detailed steps is there. You can follow the steps. Okay, for example, you can sort for the newest one. You can sorry. Okay. So if you want to filter the data, so you can go for the filtering. So filtering is based on the different variety. Okay. So, okay. Sorry. Let me, yeah. Okay. So just talk about the formulas. Okay. So yes, I already told you, there are variety of formulas which is available. If you want to use the formulas means you can go for using the this formula bar. Okay, so you can type the formula here. So auto sum is the most frequently used formula. There is a separate icons which is available. Okay, so for example, whenever you go for a sum means, for example, let I go with here. This is the first one. Okay, so that is a add sheet. Okay, so here there is a fruits names and then amount is there. There is a price. Okay, so if I want to calculate the total number of price for the fruits means, as well as the meat is available, items is available. Okay, so just I go with the click over the yellow color cell. So after that, just I go with the using alt button and then equal. So here there is a shortcut key to auto sum, alt equal button. Okay, so otherwise you can go for a and then hit the enter button. Once hit the enter button, the sum will be added here. Okay, so for example, otherwise I want to type the formula. Okay, so the formula which is having for the range. So equal, after that you can go for typing the formula sum. When you start typing, see the pop-up menu, it show the variety of sum formula is there. Some ordinary sum means it will be add all the information. If I go for particular data only I add means I can go with using the sum if like this. Okay, let me go for sum function, sum of, you can represent the numbers. Okay, so these are the range. So the cell name is G2, G3. Okay, so G3 colon. So that is between the range I am going to give. Okay, so not G3, G4, right? G4 colon. So after that, see, so in this here, G8. Okay, sorry, G7. If you click over, it automatically coming. After that, hit the enter button. Once you hit the enter button, it will be coming like this. Okay, so just to try for your side, able to do the sum or not. If you done, please type yes message in the chat box. Okay, so talk about this cell. Let me go with the sum if function. Okay, so just alt equal to means auto sum. Okay, so here equal sum if I go for using the function here. The range is, this is my range. After that, within double quotation, the data should be greater than or equal to 50. I want to sum the data. The data should be greater than or equal to 50. We'll check. Yes, see, 100, 250 is there, so 200. So based on the conditions, I go for using the sum means you can using the sum if function. Okay, so yes, see, this is a sum if function. So some details information is there. For example, if you go for sum between range means you can go using the colon symbol. If you go for sum, the particular cells means that is a value range, and then here if you whenever you can go for apply the data, that is called it for constant. So cell reference, that is address or name of the cell, otherwise range of the cell, otherwise constant. Okay. So this is a one more example sum if function. If you want to sum the value based on some conditions means you can go with using the sum if function. Okay, so just I go for a Next one. So next is a fill option. So in this fill, you can fill for automatically with using the, that is a lower right corner. Just you can rest your cursor to the lower right corner and then pull and then click and drag means it automatically coming. Okay. So just to see this example, just I go for here and then click and drag. So it automatically comes. Okay. So this is a example. This is some formula which I already written here. I don't want to repeat the formula again for the down cell or right cell. So let me go for a copy paste the formula. No, so don't control C control V. Just I pull and then down means it automatically fill. Okay, so just please try for your side. You can able to do or not. That is the second sheets, fill sheets. If you type a formula properly means no issue. Suppose if your formula is wrong means the system will show the error. Okay. So copy paste. Okay. So here. Okay. So just see, this is a tutorial which you're having. If you want to have a, for example, I want to place producer departments for downs means you just click and drag. Similar, I want to have a categories of that particular product is a fruit means I don't want to copy paste or type again and again. Just rest the your cursor over the particular cell that is a lower right corner and then click and drag. That's it. Yes, fill in the series, right? Okay, so here, similar. Week 1, week 2, it will be coming for week 1, week 2, week 3, like this. Let me move on for the splitting. If you want to split means, okay, wait. Let me go for split. So if you want to splitting means, for example, just talk about this one. Okay, so if you go through this tutorial, you easily understand. Okay, so just I will wrap up this one only. Okay, so now see, this is a email. So email which having that first name and then second name. I want to splitting the data to like a first name and then last name. Okay, so just talk about this first name one. Okay, so I want to do the splitting operation for that only. Just I go for typing the information. Just I typing the Nancy information here. Nancy. After that, I go for typing the uh, Andy. Okay, so once I start typing, see the bottom. So it will be automatically refer for next down cell is. Okay, if I go with a click and then drag means so from the, okay, no, not one, this one. Okay, it's supposed to be show pop-up. Okay, 1 minute. Let me check. Angie. It should be fader list. It will be coming. So, okay. The faded list will be coming. Otherwise, go for fill. Where it is fill, home button. Wait, 1 minute. Let me check once again. Now fill option, fill down. No, flash fill. Sorry, flash fill. See, based on the value which I typing here, Rest of the filling will be automatically taken for the first name. Similar, you can type the first one. So now if you go for typing the second names, means for example, let me typing the second name is a North. Once I type ready, it will be show. It automatically pop up for the further links like this, but I don't know. Okay, please check for your side. So otherwise, go with the fill option. 1 minute, let me check once again. Otherwise, go with the fill option. Flash fill. So it automatically coming. Okay, so this is a flash fill option. So you can split the columns as well. Okay, so see to that, this is a one data. So from this data, I can go for a do the column, splitting the columns. Okay. So where it is the data tab. Okay, from the data tab. So I can go for a yes, yes. From the data types, if I go for a splitting the columns means a text to column. So from this column, you can okay. So here delimiter, you select the delimiter. So after that, press the next button. After that, you can choose comma operator. Okay, so only comma, and then after that, next, just as per the steps. Okay, so I go with here designation and then finish. Okay, see to that. So the moment I type here, so the data, so entire data will be okay. Now I go with the flash fill. Flash fill. Mm, Flash fill. Home button. Flash fill. Okay, one by one. Okay, so you can go with the like this. This is a uh, splitting the columns based. Okay, so you can use it for splitting a column with the formula as well. Okay, so just you can apply this formula. This formula especially for splitting the columns based on the cell. So space or commas means you can apply the formula as well. Okay. Yes. Next, transpose. If you want to convert your data to transpose means you can go for using the transpose here. So just to see this example. So this is your data. So here, if I want to transpose means just you can go for a using a shortcut key. Otherwise, that particular function as well. Okay. 1 minute. Select these two column. So after that, equals. Just I go for apply this formula. Otherwise, I go with using shortcut key. Control Shift Enter button. 1 minute. Let me check once again. It's slim. So this especially for shorting and filtering we already discussed. No, so if you want to do for shorting means you can go with using the this especially this repine. Okay, so either you can shorting by A to Z or you can shorting by Z to A. Otherwise, you can customize shortings also you can use. Okay, similar for tables. So tables which consist of informations, you can go for a formatting the tables as well. Okay, so you can, for example, from this design, you can apply the filters, you can apply for the slicers, everything in your selected task. This is one small example. Talk about the drop down box. Okay, so sometimes even if you want to add, for example, let me talk about the here departments. Okay, so in this department, for example, I want to have a data validation. Okay, so for example, in our organization we have only three departments. For example, IT, automatic, and then mechatronics department means here we cannot give a apart from this value. So you can go with using the data validation whenever you can go with the using. Okay. So for example, from this, just insert the drop down. Okay. So whenever you can go for inserting the drop down means, for example, uh, okay. So click and drag over the here. Okay. So here I use for the data tab. Okay. So data validation. In this data validation, okay, so allow not any value. Okay, list. I go for a list. Uh, okay, so between, okay, here. Okay, source box here. Let me go for typing. Let I go for typing this information. Like, for example, we are produce department, and then meat, and then bakery, for example. And then after that, next button, after that, appeals. Okay, now if I go for typing anything means apples. Okay, apples. We will see the top menu. Okay, now, sorry. Apples. Oh, drop down menu is not coming up. Okay, 1 minute. Let me check. Once again, data and then data validation. Data validation. After that, not any value. So it will be go for under allow data validation list and then source. For example, reduce meat bakery and then apply the changes to all cells with the same setting. Okay. Okay, but yes, see the drop down is coming. If we click the drop down, it to show from this you can select. So don't want to anybody to enter. Okay, so from this selections you can go for apply. Okay, so now if you apply all this means just to go with the click and drag only. Oh, sorry. So you can see every cells which having the drop down list. So this is one small example. Okay, so you can achieve this for a control T shortcut key as well. So you can apply for the formula as well. Okay, talk about the analysis part. Okay, so this is a very important and an interesting part. Okay, so I want to do some analysis for the data quickly. Okay, so here you can apply for the data bars over the cells. You can converting your data to charts. That is a concept here. So whenever you can apply formatting means you can clear the formatting as well. Okay, so this is a small example. If I want to convert your data to chart preparations means, for example, I want to go with the, okay, let me go for making the charts. Okay, so if I want to convert the charts means, let me go for a, so if you select a entire particular range means you can using for the control. That is a control. Just click over any cell and then click a control Q button. So if you control Q buttons means it automatically open the buttons here. So from these buttons you can go for using a quick analysis. For example, that is a, we already discussed about that that is control conditional formattings, and then either equal or less than, or if you want to add any icons over the particulars means you can able to icon over this one. So if you want to add any data bars means you can go for adding the data bars. Okay, so now I go for adding the charts here. So different charts which is available. Okay, so one minute. Wait, let me select first. Control Q. The chart, any one of the chart. Okay, I go with the clustered one. Once I selected, see the graphs which is automatically created. So and then you can able to formatting the charts as well. So from this chart, let me down I place, little down I place. Okay, so from the charts, okay, yes, everybody please try to create the charts. Just click over the, I am using, 1 minute, let me hide this one. Okay, so that is the analysis sheets. That is the 8th sheets. Analysis sheets I'm explaining. Okay, so just a quick make a charts. Okay, so just I click over the cell. After that, just you can press the control Q button. The entire data will be selected. So after that, so here you can go for choosing the charts. You go with choosing first itself clustered charts. Once you click the clustered charts, the chart is coming. You can now click and drag to move anywhere. Okay, so now what I'm going to do means I can go for a changing the titles over. For example, if I want to change the titles means just you see that is here plus sign is there, and then format is there. Filtering also available. Let me go for apply the chart style. Okay, I can choose any styles here. So this is a default one. I can able to select any other style, other styles as well. Okay. So now I go for a charts elements. Okay. So if you go for the charts elements, if you want to add axis titles, you can select. If you want to have any bars, grid lines behind means you can go for apply. If you want to, if you click over the checkbox, it automatically apply here. If you don't want anything, you can click and select this one. Okay, so this is one. If you want to filter, for example, let me go for filtering the charts. So I don't want to have all the information. I want to have only breadths and then sandwich information only. Sorry, others I don't want to select. Just to select all once again means okay, I want to select only breads and then sandwich informations. So it will be filtering the charts only based on this two information. See, sandwich and then breads. So you can go for apply the filters for their created charts as well. Okay, so just to talk about one more chart, that is a sparkles, spark lines. Okay, so just I go with the selecting the information, control Q. So after that, there is a spark line. Yes, see, there is a spark lines which is available. So from this spark lines, either I can apply for the lines as well as the columns or win loss. Okay, so let me go for the line. So if you apply lines here, each and every columns they can apply for the particular spark lines. Okay. So otherwise, let me go for apply some other columns. Go with the spark lines, and then let me go with the columns. Line button. Okay, columns. See, based on the data, it will be have October month, it will be have good income. So November it will be lesser. December it will be better. These are the spark lines. Okay. So if you want to remove these spark lines, means see, here these are the variety of if you want to make a marker colors, if you want to apply the different colors, means you can go for using. So you can apply the colors for the sparkles as well. Okay. So if you don't want this sparkles, means just if you follow this steps, you can easily to come out. Okay. So coming here, okay. So insert. Okay. Sparkles. Here there is a sparkles there. Okay. If you don't want, just you can remove. That's it. So this is a way we can apply for the charts. Variety of charts is available. Like here, see the charts which is having for the insert menu. So here, these are the variety of charts: pie chart, pivot chart, and then bar charts which is available. You can convert your data to either one of the charts. Okay. So talk about the pivot table. Okay, so pivot table, if you go for intermediate level for a upskilling your knowledge, means this is a data analysis. Data analysis as well as a that is a advanced level for learning Excel, means these concepts pivot label. So we look and then these are the main concepts here. From your table, I go for do the analysis, means I don't want to modify my always doing for data from my tables. I go for creating the pivot tables, especially these tables from my details, my data. I want to do some extraction based on some fields. I want to do some data which is based on the fields, means I go with using the pivot table, create the pivot tables. Okay, so just you can select the tables, and then after that go for insert, and then go with the pivot table only. Okay, so once you go for a pivot table, it will be asked what are the information you can go with that particular range. Once you give the range, it automatically created the pivot table. See this example from this one. So here I go with using the products pivot tables, especially for a to overall sales for the wine, soda, and then beer. Okay, so here I go with finding the grand total as well. So if you want to remove, you can be able to remove. So this is one small step-by-step procedure for how to just adding the pivot tables. So just I place here cursor, just go with the insert the pivot table. Okay, so you can select the range. So let me go for a range is C40, C40, C42. Okay, let me give the range is like this. Select and then A. I think, okay, fine. Existing worksheet, location, A, data to data models. Okay, just I click OK button. I think I will choose some wrong. Okay, wait 1 minute, 1 minute. Let me go for setting the pivot table. Okay, insert pivot table from data range. Recommended pivot table from table range. No, second option. So I go with the second option, external data source. Here range I want to change C42. 1 minute, let me try. C42. Okay. Sorry, that is a little slow. Product. It's not coming now. 1 minute. Let me go with this range only. Part 2. Okay. From this, you can select the product. Okay. Yeah. Amount. Yes. See, this is a way we can go for a creating pivot table. So just you can go for a clicking the insert button. After that, you can choose the pivot table. So after that, you can go with the from table range. So here you can select the range. For example, I go for selecting the range for the product and then amount both. So if you want to go for salesperson, you can go for a salesperson as well. Okay, so after that, you can go for a location. So location where the particular pivot table is draw. Okay. So here you can choose any location. For example, if I choose this locations means it is a E42. Okay. So just I go with using E42. After that, okay button, the pivot will be coming. So here you can click over the selected one. So now you can go with choosing the that particular columns, that is a product and then a sum. Okay, so in that particular position it will be coming. Okay, so this is a way we can go for adding the pivot table. From the table you can go with the converting your data stores analysis, that is a chart preparations. Okay, so similar, there is a one more Excel sheets which I already shared. No, let me open that as well. There is a formulas you can play with the more formulas as well. Okay, so just Excel 2. Okay, open. Okay, hold up. Excel. Okay, welcome Excel 2. So even I already shared one sales data. Okay, so have a practice for that particular data. Okay, so this is Excel 2. Drop down we recently discussed, next Excel 1, Excel 2, and then we'll talk about the formula as well. Okay, so here where it is formula, there is a separate pivot table tutorial which is available. Later I will chat everybody. Okay, excuse me. Even you can apply for the queries also. This let me talk about the formula tutorials as well. Excuse me. Okay, see to the formula. Okay, so especially we discuss only for some formula only, that is auto sum. So variety of formula which is available. See to that, I already told you, no, this formula tab especially. So these are the variety of formulas. For example, text formula, logical formula, date and times, mathematical and trigonometric formulas. So we already discussed about auto sum. For example, let me go for a have the formula like here. So let me go with using that mathematical and trigonometric formula. Okay, so if you click over there, these are the mathematical and then trigonometric formula. For example, I want to find power function. This is the order in the alphabetical order only. So if we go for power function, let me go with using the formula here, power of. If I start typing, see the form of argument it will be asking. Okay, so for example, I want to find the 2 to the power 3. Okay, so first number is 2, second number is 3. So after that, see the output itself, it will show. If you click OK, so it will show the results to you. So 2 to the power 3 is 8, like this. So similar, for example, I want to combine this two cells, apples and then 50 together. Okay, so that is a text cells which is available, especially text cells where it is concat. Okay, so concat, this is a function. So this function which is used to combine the text. Okay, so here you can type the cell name here. So here you type the second cell name. Otherwise, if you go for selecting the range as well, okay. See the output, apples 50. So if we click over there, so it will be show the result to you. So these are the frequently used functions. Okay. So plenty of functions which is available. Even logical function only for a and or not, and then if conditions. If you want to apply the conditions over there, you can apply here. Okay. So these are the functions. Even recently used function also is available. In my worksheet, what are the function? I used all the function which is available. Okay. So these are the built-in one. You can use this function. So for example, especially this formula bar. Okay, so just I talk about the formula for as well. Okay, so if you apply any functions means just you can click the insert function option. Okay, if you go for insert function option, the dialog box will be coming. So whatever we discuss in that formula tabs, no, so menus, no. So here all the function which is available. So these are the most frequently used function. So even if we click over the select by categories means function by category. See the top which having the categories, no, similar the categories available. So you can go with using the category of function. For example, let me go with using the all function. Otherwise, I can go for using only financial function, and then date and time function means I want to know about the date. Today date and times means I use for the date function. So just I click over there. The moment it will be show the informations. Okay, so here before that you can give that year, month, dates. So based on this one, it will be shown. Let me talk about one more date and time function, which is I think now function. Okay, let me check. Now function. Now function especially used to retain current system date and time function. Whenever you apply any formula, you can type equal sign before that. See now function which is this is a one date and time function which is used to display the date, month, and then year, and then following time, and then minutes. Okay, so yeah, so that is having here. So that is okay. Yes, these are the different variety of function which is there. Okay, you can go for a apply average functions, min function, max function. That is individual function. How we are going to using that instruction is given in this Excel sheets. Just you can go through this one. So talk about the conditional format, especially if conditions. Okay, so here if we want to apply any conditions means see we already discussed about some if. Even if conditions which is also available. So see this example based on the if. Okay, so I want to count only apples, so count if function you are going to apply. See the count if functions formula, the range you give, after that you can apply which data you are going to count. Okay, so I want to count apples only, so I go with using the apples here. You can define the range here. So the function is count if functions. So like that you can apply for the conditions over there. So you can using function wizard as well. So recently we click the fx function, that the dialog box will be coming, and then from this dialog box you can go for typing the values. After that you click OK button. No, so the moment you click OK button, it will be shown the results to you. Yes, these are the basic things. Okay, so here. Anything else I shared? Okay, tutorial pivot table getting. Okay, so pivot table, and then Okay, so just discuss about the chart tutorials as well. Pie charts. Tutorial. See to that is a charts here. So whenever you can go for a applies converting your data to charts means you can select which charts is suitable for the data. Okay, if you work more, you can easily to identify. Okay, if your data is a small quantity means you go with using for that bar graph. If you go with like for example, if you go with this by charts and that means you can use this one. Okay, so these are the steps. We can go more about pie charts. How we are going to modify the data. How we are going to do the that is formatting. So everything is there. Okay, so please try for your side. Okay, based on the data. So not only by chart, you can apply this technique for all kind of charts. Okay. Okay, so later I will share that pivot table to everybody in our WhatsApp group. Okay. So these are the basic things. Okay, so once you go for practice, no, you definitely understand all the concepts. Let me stop sharing now. Stop presenting. Wait. Okay. Any questions? Yes, anybody having any question? Let me know.
Hello, is there any attendance link will be shared?